We know you got him in there. Send him out. He found something and he's going to alert them, and they're all going to come in here and ruin and decimate our village.
I am so sorry for everything, but I can't bring this upon you.
But you're not like them. You're different.
You despicable woman. What kind of useless freaking scrap people are you?
Guys, those foreigners are starting to move onto our village.
I'm going to yell down to Marlene to get the hell out of there right now.
Seeker unit. Designation Romeo 00 Kilo. Identify yourself.
If they even try something, I'm going to make it very clear that you weren't with me. None of you were.
This is Dark Cosmos. The sky begins to darken as a hover ship filters across the view, and several gelatinous soldiers jump out between you and the building you just yeeted yourself from. They have big blasters on them, and they are dressed as hooded figures in the outfits of the matron's followers. One of them yells out in your general direction. Seeker unit, designation Romeo 00 Kilo. Identify yourself. Lower arms. Rejoin the group. I repeat, Seeker unit, designation Romeo 00 Kilo. Hold down your arms. And they begin to advance on you.
I'm going to attempt to bolt away from them best I can.
So you're going to jump up and yeet? Get out of here?
Yeah, I'm going to say I am so sorry, like kind of staring at Conrad and tell him to take care of everyone and find Marlene, and I'm going to attempt to run and get the hell out of here as best I can. I'm not heading towards the artifact. Effectively, wherever those soldiers are coming from, I'm running the other way.
At this point, would you be running in towards the scrap fields?
Yeah, if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Give me a scramble roll to get yourself out of the situation.
Okay. 4 and a 5. Oh,
okay,
sorry, I
never mind.
Yep.
So this would be risky standard. You said you had a 4 and a 5?
4 and a 5, yep.
Okay.
For context as well, I was going to say going into the scrap fields, I'm going to be looking for potential electronics and things that I may be able to hack into and mess around with.
Yep, done. You scramble to your feet. Start hoofing it to the scrap fields as these guards start firing off laser rifles in your direction. They're not aiming for your companions, they're not aiming for the kids, they are aiming for you.
Yeah.
And you see like dirt fling up around you as they fire in, just missing you, and you make it out towards the scrap fields. As you're running out, you can overhear their radio signals. One of them says, "We have acquired the artifact, heading to containment now."
Yeah.
And then the ones that are here firing at you, one yells out, "He's gone that way, advance in, let's take him down."
Cool.
And as you're running into the scrap field, these followers are now following you, guns at the ready.
Yep. Cool.
Overhead, the hovercraft vehicle is still there. Now you can see a spotlight is just scanning the area. It's broad daylight, sure, but it's helping alleviate and scan over the trash in the fields.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, can I still feel that artifact?
Yeah, I think you still feel that. It's not as strong as it was before when you found it. It's definitely weaker because you're now further away.
But I have a general sense of direction of it.
Yep, but you're heading in the opposite direction now. You're heading into the fields.
To kind of triangulate things a little bit for me, let's just say the artifact is over to whatever cardinal direction.
Yep, to the east. You're heading north.
Yep, okay, so it's in the east. I'm heading north. I would still know which way is west for where the other potential, seekers are coming from.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try and make my way towards the west while attempting to hack and put together some of the scrap that I found to create some spy gear, which is another item within my loadout.
Okay, so it's an item on your list. Okie dokie.
Yep.
As you're running through, you stop at places rummage through, pull out some motherboards, some electronics. There's a old, you know, those Nintendo Visual Boy. It's like you put the massive electronics, like the 3D
Game
graphics
Boys.
inside.
Yeah. I find like 800 Joy-Cons that all have drift stick.
Yeah,
They're just
100%.
all falling
And
apart.
conveniently next to them, there's a bunch of rubber bands, so you can like put those on to kind of correct and hold them in place.
Yeah, exactly. It'll still be helpful, I swear.
All of this is happening as these soldiers are approaching in. You occasionally have rifle fire going off that distracts you and forces you to move to another point of the scrap fields.
Yeah.
It is a maze out here, and you can feel all these soldiers encroaching in on you.
Does the other Seekers that were coming in from the west, do they all look similar, like polar bear-esque sort of Yugwa?
They do.
Okay, perfect.
However, they don't have the same clothing as you.
That is perfectly fine. With the hacking tools that I had and I was creating spy gear, I'm going to attempt to create a secondary digital fingerprint to sort of give my designation to one of them. So I'm going to kind of plant this on a potential Seeker if I can get close enough. And when doing so, I'm going to attempt to sort of tackle them to the ground and put my religious outfit onto them and try and make myself look like some of the other Seekers.
You're making your way through the scrap. You know this area. You've lived here for a while.
Yeah.
You've integrated yourself in with this society, in with that family. You can hear buildings tumbling, screams of the crowds, a life that you're probably not going to be able to return to. And you can feel where these other Seeker units are. You put together your device and you make it to a clearing edge as this front is walking through. Describe for me how you want to do this. Are you trying to run in and scrap one of them and make it kerfuffle? How do you want to approach this to get that device onto the other Seeker unit?
Can I sort of pull one of them aside from the others somehow?
Sure. You got some kinetics there?
Yeah. I don't want to really damage them.
No, you can say if you wanted to, you can kinetic them in a way that's not going to like damage them. It would be more for flavor.
Yeah, just propel them. I'll attempt to do that. I will attempt to kinetic one of them away from the group or away from a group and then very quickly disguise them with my outdated religious outfit, pin my sort of digital signature onto them.
Now, what skill do you think would be best suited for this one? I'm leaning probably towards a scrap because this is kind of like a fight.
I think this is much more of a scrap. I was hoping to lean it towards hack, but I don't think that's doable as a whole.
Yeah, no, this is, I think, you getting physical.
Yeah.
Okay, how many dice do you have in scrap, buddy?
I have nothing.
Awesome.
So I will go disadvantage on this.
If you want to push yourself to take the extra dice, you can.
Now, what happens here? If I die in my backstory, do I die in real life?
We will have to find out.
Oh no. So for context, I have 3 stress remaining.
Now, this will be another trauma, so if you max out on the stress, you will gain a second trauma.
Ooh, okay.
You probably don't want that, because if you have 4 traumas, we need to then retire Arc.
Bow. Yeah. I might have to take a gamble here and just go for the disadvantage. I'm rolling much better with these dice, so I trust them more.
I've got a devil's bargain for you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I have a question to ask first.
Oh, crap. Okay.
What is your plan after you plant these fake identity onto this Seeker unit and swap clothes? What's the plan after that?
My plan is for them to be targeted by the soldiers and for me to effectively rush north and get the hell out of there. Away from the cube, away from the soldiers, away from the other Seekers. I'm just trying to get out of there.
I will say, devil's bargain. As you do this, the soldiers are going to close in on this location. It's going to push you up into a more desperate situation for the next part. So this area is going to be flooded with soldiers.
Oh, I think with everything going on, I'm very much, I think I have to take it.
Okay, so add an extra dice. That puts you up to how many?
Just a singular dice. No disadvantage.
So let's make it a risky standard roll at this point.
I'm going to go the yellow dice. I feel like the yellow dice is going well for me. Ah, okay. Yellow dice is a 5. It did go well for me.
Okay, that's a 5.
You're never excited as I am when I say it's above a 2.
Oh, no, because I've got to think of what's going to happen next.
I'm always nervous. I'm like, 5's not bad, right? Right?
You yeet one of these units back, jump in, scramble, complication is I don't think you get their uniform. You have to rip the uniform off of them, so it is no longer wearable.
Yeah, fair.
And in this time of putting your stuff onto it, you imprint your identity signature onto it. Everything now thinks it is you.
Romeo 00 Kilo.
You are now naked as a polar bear can be.
Somewhere out there, Awa's nose just starts bleeding.
And you were able to make your way out of this space, but as that happens, all these soldiers now center in onto this open area with all the units. Some are following the new you unit, others are now starting to fan out to secure the area. As you were running past various bits of scrap metal, old road signs, vehicles, you get to a fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
To the right, you see a broken up old flying unit. You might be able to hack something together, get it flying just enough for you to get away.
Yeah.
You look to the left. You see one of those teleport units that you've been putting scrap into.
Yeah.
Which way do you go?
But these are both things that I would have seen around just like in our daily interactions in the area, right?
Oh, yes, like the scrapping teleport units are what you've been putting scrap into. They're big platforms, you put metal into it and it teleports away somewhere. You just don't know where.
Okay. And then to the left is the...
A very beat up flying single person craft.
Okay. I'm going to just whisper to myself, shit, let's go left. And then I head towards the scrapping thing.
The scrap teleporter?
Scrap teleporter, thank you, yep.
You step up on the plate, punch in the commands to set this thing off. It whirls up into gear. And as you begin to evaporate, these soldiers come around the corner and they're like, wait, don't let him get away, and start firing at you. But you're on the teleporter. Those blasters just shoot right through you out the other side unharmed. And then everything goes black. Everything is cold. Your vision comes to, and you are in a new location. There is no planet under your feet anymore. You are adrift in space. All around you is just pieces of scrap floating in a void of nothingness. What's the first thing going through your mind at this point?
Trying to see how far I am from anything. Like, I kind of recognized pretty quickly that I'd be weightless. But yeah, I immediately try to see how far am I from the closest thing.
Give me a study roll to survey your surroundings.
Oh, a study roll. Oh, that's awesome. I'm great at that. I have 0 dice in that. 2 and a 3. So 2 for study.
You're looking around, it's just scrap. Yeah, I think you maybe identify some of the pieces you've recently sent here. There's, in the very far distance, you can see a light moving across, looking through the scrap. Looks like some kind of space vehicle. Mark for me another point of harm as you begin to take frostbite.
Oh, shit.
You're floating in the vacuum of space and you can feel the cold begin to jam up your skeleton, your insides. You don't need to breathe, that's fine, but you're a machine, and machines don't always do well under very cold temperatures.
Crap.
In the distance, you see this vehicle scanning through. It's a fair way away, but it's there. There's someone there looking through the scrap in space.
I attempt to head towards it, potentially propelling myself at it if I can. Not at the ship itself, but wherever it's aiming and wherever it's looking, I guess.
Alright, so you're going to propel yourself. You're using your kinetics.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Are you doing anything in particular besides yeeting yourself to try and draw attention to you?
I got nothing. I try yelling out. Nothing happens. I can't reach anything.
You try to scream, but no one can hear you in space.
I just keep trying to propel myself towards it more and more.
Okay. Give me a scramble roll as you're having to duck and dive between pieces of scrap that's floating around to get to this thing.
Okay.
If you want to push yourself, you can to take the extra dice.
I may not be able to just yet. No, I've got 2 in scramble, so I think I've got a good grasp on things. He says,
Okay.
hoping. All right.
I will give you a devil's bargain if you want an extra dice.
No, I won't consider it for this one. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a roll. This is a desperate. Now, you have puncture wound and frostbite.
Oh shit.
So take 1 dice away from your roll.
Yeah.
And we're also going to get less effect as well because you have a headache and a large cut.
Damn it.
So this will be a desperate roll with limited effect.
I'm gonna die out here. So is that
So
1 dice rather than
dice.
2?
Yep.
Okay. And I don't go into disadvantage or anything?
No, you don't go to disadvantage. I'm only taking the 1 away. But if you want to push yourself to get the extra stress, you can. So take 2 stress. I believe that's going to put you. So you're currently on 6
I'm
of
currently
9
on
stress.
6. That'll
So
me
put you up
of
to
9.
8 of 9. So it's still under the limit for gaining another trauma.
Yeah. All right.
Or I've got a devil's bargain for you.
No, I'm gonna have to take those 2 and see how we go.
All right. So how many dice are you rolling?
I'm just rolling the 1.
Let's take it. Scramble.
Okay. All my dice are failing me. Oh no, 6. Hell yeah! On 1 dice.
6.
That,
Alright, take
not a disadvantage, right? That was just a straight.
Nope, straight dice roll. Take
Hell
a point of XP because that was a desperate roll.
Oh, that was still a desperate. Yep. Cool.
Yep. As you're propelling yourself through this field, you're making your way towards this vehicle. You don't seem to be making a lot of headway. Every time you propel yourself off a piece of scrap, the lack of gravity pushes it away more than it pushes you outwards because you are a much bigger thing. So it's like as you're jumping through and pushing it, you're more pushing scrap away from you than you are propelling forward.
Yeah.
But you are very slowly moving forward towards this vehicle.
Damn.
Do you have anything else to help you get towards this vehicle? I'm going to start a very small 4-segment clock and mark off one of those segments.
As I'm heading towards there, I kind of forget that I had it on me, but I'm going to attempt to pull out a med kit and try and heal up this puncture wound to some extent. Try and heal myself up a little bit as I'm going.
So the wound will still be there, that the negative effects from it then will not apply if you successfully do this.
Okay. I mean, I'm still frostbitten, but yeah.
Yep, you are.
Yep. Alongside that, I don't know what else I can do really.
Alright, let's get a doctoring roll then to see how well you can patch yourself up.
Oh god, I gotta stop doing stuff that I can't do. Alright. Rolling 2 dice, taking the negative.
Correct. Now, on top of that, you get less effect, so this will be risky limited.
Damn. Okay. I gotta find a way to do a helm roll today, and I would have done almost every single roll that I don't have frickin' dice
You getting
in,
there?
or stats in. Yeah.
So 2 dice, take the lowest.
3 and a 5. So
That's
3.
a 3.
Yeah.
I'm benevolent. I will let you patch up the large cut to level 1, so it's still there.
Yeah.
However, in the time it's taking you to do this,
Oh god.
the hypothermia is starting to kick in.
Oh crap.
Please take a level 3 hypothermia harm.
Oh god. Okay, so large cut is gone, but super bad.
It's the wound is still there.
Yeah.
The effects
Oh, the
from
large
it
cut's
do not
still
apply.
Oh, okay. Okay, so large cut's still there. Okay, cool. Super bad hypothermia.
Yep.
I don't know if it's hypo or hyper, but
That doesn't matter at this point. It's fine. You're
Sweet.
nearly dead.
Yeah. Oh god. Kill myself. Does it seem like I'm very far off?
You're still a distance away.
Ah, crap.
What's going through your mind as you are floating through space here?
I'm starting to panic more and more. I'm starting to feel myself sort of like slowing down from the frostbite. The hypothermia is getting to me. I'm very much scrambling, trying to see if there's anything that I've got that can help me. Can I pull out the communicator and just try and?
You certainly can.
I'm going to try and talk into it, but then when I realize that I can't actually say anything because the lack of oxygen and my ability to speak in space, I'm going to just start Morse coding the actual communicator button.
Okay.
Just to kind of send a signal to anyone that might be able to hear it.
Certainly. If you want, I think I would allow an attune roll for this.
Okay.
Because this is you getting into that headspace of realizing you can't speak, trying to figure ways to do this.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily swaying people to convince them to come to you. This is just getting an SOS. Basically, I'm assuming an SOS signal out.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll allow an attune roll.
Tune? Okay.
Now,
Yep.
here's the downside. This would be a
crap.
desperate standard roll to start with.
Yeah.
Right?
But...
You are
oh, God, yeah.
running out.
Yeah.
You have a headache. So that's going to bump it down from a desperate standard to a desperate limited.
Yeah.
You are frostbitten,
I'm screwed.
though your fingers are having troubles with the buttons on this communicator.
Yeah.
So we're going to remove 1 dice from your roll.
Yeah.
And unfortunately at this point, the hypothermia of this cold, deep, dark space is kicking in.
Yeah.
It's it's that scene from Titanic when they're on the floating board and Jack doesn't quite make it. You know, like that cold setting in, you can't move, you have trouble blowing the whistle kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you will need to push yourself to do this action.
Shit.
But you don't get the extra die for it.
Ah, you're killing me, literally. I mean, I'm gonna have to do... This is the only thing I can think of. I have beyond less of a chance to do anything else.
I'm all for it, I
Gotta do
believe in you.
Alright, is this just 1 die still?
Give me 1 dice. This is a desperate, limited roll.
Lord. Okay. 1 dice. Let's go. I got a 4.
Okay. Please take an extra level of harm. Additional hypothermia.
That puts me at level 4 harm.
Beep, 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 beep. Goes out. You are just able to get your fingers to move on this buzzer of the communicator.
Mm-hmm.
You see the lights of this vessel sweeping and then centering in on you. But in that moment, your vision begins to fade. The life that is Ferris begins to leave, and you realize now you are out of time.
Fuck.
Please describe to me your last moments as you float here in space.
As I'm floating there, I can kind of feel my body crystallizing, freezing up as I keep trying to pump whatever ounce of everything and anything it takes to keep pressing the communicator, to keep causing static on it, to keep reaching out to what I hope is someone friendly up ahead. And as the lights are going out, I keep coming back to and hoping that the others made it out, that they're no longer in danger and no longer in harm's way. And I kind of start seeing bits and pieces of space disappearing from my vision, and not quite seeing the way replace it, but just seeing like forms and things like that in my vision as I start to go out, and I kind of just lose consciousness there,
And everything disappears into nothing. A period of time after that does not seem like any time to you at all. You're a machine. Describe for me what your boot up sequence looks like as you come back online.
Oh. Having only experienced it a handful of times, it very much feels like each major limb, each major part of my body is sort of reseating itself. So I can feel my toes sort of elongate, stretch, spiral, rotate around, and then reseat themselves back in. And then my ankles do the same. And then my knees do the same, and my hip does the same. My individual legs do the same. As my body sort of reseats itself within the actual skeletal part of it itself, before coming back online, and my vision starts to unblur and I can visually look around again. As my body sort of like semi-runs a diagnostic as I go.
So no little like Windows logo pop up in the middle and ding.
Nothing that anyone sees, but I do hear sort of the Windows startup noise. Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that the THX one? Wow.
Oh, it's like the Dolby Atmos sound of.
That's it.
Yeah. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Ark, as your systems reboot and come back online, you take in your surroundings and you are inside a medical bay of a spacecraft. It's a little dingy. It's not the biggest. It looks like it's a general purpose vehicle that has a med bay, and you are lying on a bed looking about. Looking out the door and just down the hallway, you see two people. They don't look like the typical elven people that you've grown up with, that you knew of. These elven people look different. They're a bit shorter, they're a bit stockier. Their ears are more rounded, they're not long and pointy. These two people that you're looking at are in the hallway having a discussion. One of them's got a sweater vest on and holding a clipboard. You see he pushes his glasses up on the bridge of his nose, gestures in your direction, and then walks off down a corridor.
Yeah.
The other one walks into your room towards you. Describe for me the gentleman that walks up to you, who will become, in the future someday, your teacher. Please describe to me what Horrocks looks like as he walks up to you in this bed.
Horrocks walks up with a very slow, deliberate sort of gait to their steps. They're not rushing up, they're not hurriedly scurrying over or anything like that. They're taking their time. You see a sort of like religious outfit on them, but strangely not as outdated as what I had on me. They're definitely worn cloaks and robes, but seem to be almost intertwined with a, not a fashion sense, so to speak, but more like taking inspiration from other cultures and other fashions and intermingling that into the sort of religious aspect of the robes themselves. Horrocks has shaved sides of their head and has long, wispy hair in a bit of a faux hawk back on their head. It doesn't look like it's like slick or anything like that. It's just naturally holding itself back in a sort of light tail. And the hair is a sort of like silver with a few tinges of like a dark blue towards the tips of it, almost like it's losing its color bit by bit. Horrocks also definitely seems a bit weathered. They're not that old, but they've definitely seen some shit, and has a bit of scarring on a partial side of their body. Let's just say the left side.
And as he walks up to the side of your medical bed, in a very gruff sounding voice, he says to you, "Well, there, big fella. Welcome back to the land of the living." And that's where we're going to leave our session. Thank you for listening to Dark Cosmos. Don't forget to like and follow the channel so you can keep up to date when we release our next episodes. And if you haven't done so already, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. Background music for this episode was from Sasha End, opening banter and credits music by Feslian Studios, sound effects by Zapsplat.com, and character art by Handoc. All the links are in the episode description.